Alright, now I need to share my screen.
Yes.
Let me take my jacket off.
Why are you wearing a jacket indoors?
I frequently do.
Okay.
It's further supported by the fact I was cold.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Like, I didn't know you were pulling for Risley.
Yeah.
What made you? What made you do that?
I don't know, man. There's something about his outfit. I don't know. I don't talk about it all that much.
Yeah, we talked about when he was first introduced in the story, but
Mhm. But no, I always like really liked him, and I was always wanting him like since I first saw his gameplay.
hmm
Um, but you know, I was kind of prioritizing Arlecchino. But then I was like, well, let me pull. If I lose 50-50, I'll stop there because then I'd be guaranteed Arlecchino. And I still have all the way up until 4.6.
yeah, that's
So
fair.
I can indulge one time. So that's the logic there.
Mm.
Yeah, let me make sure real
Yeah,
quick the stream is streaming.
I didn't check that yet.
Okay, yeah, it's there.
Yeah, I threw a 10 pull on Venti's banner
Mhm.
for like probably the stupidest reason
Mhm.
because I wanted to get Star Glitter because I didn't get the monthly pulse yet
Mhm.
because I had so few. Uh, but or Stardust, I guess, is the more common one. So yeah, I did that, and I thought, okay, if I want any of the two 5 stars, it's probably Venti over Wriothesley, simply
Really?
for the fact that like just because I don't really need another DPS,
That's true.
but I would like Venti as a support.
Yeah.
But I didn't get any 5 stars, so that really didn't matter.
Mhm. This
I
attack
only
is
got
so
like
cool, man.
some random, I only got like some random weapon
Mhm.
because my luck in this game is horrible. But also like I'm at 61 pity right now, so it looks
Mhm.
pretty good that I'll get Farina,
Mhm.
hopefully.
I forgot. Are you guaranteed or are you 50-50?
No, I'm still 50-50, but
Oh.
unless it takes like forever again, which means I have Arlecchino guaranteed,
Mhm.
that's also fine. Or maybe Cloud Retainer. I might honestly go for Cloud Retainer depending on
Mhm.
how many wishes I have by then.
Are you
Mhm.
still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt?
Don't worry, we're doing great. I'm sick actually, but that's unrelated.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
Everybody died.
A few
Yay.
people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to
Huh.
suppress the crisis for the
I think
time
my friend
being.
is right.
Of course, we
A
must
lot of
also
people
thank
in the
you for
story
helping
pronounce
regard it.
Neuvillette as Nervillette. I
Yeah, I
guess if
saw
there's
that
an
as
R in
well, but
there.
yeah, I saw that as well, like people pointing that out that a lot of people pronounce it that way,
Yeah.
but also that's like not the real pronunciation. But then again, actually, is Neuvillette spelled with one L or two? Do you know that? Do you
It has
remember?
two, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because then it basically
How did Nervillette know
would
that
be
he was
pronounced like a
living
Y
here?
in English.
Hmm.
So Neuvillette, I guess, if you would really want to.
I mean, but it's French though.
Yeah, because two L's in French is basically like a Y,
Oh, okay.
which is weird, but
Yeah.
yeah.
French names in this world is weird.
Monsieur
French
Nervillette
in
has
general is
strong
just a weird
resonance with the
language.
That too.
hydroelement. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced.
Neuvillette has a strong resonance to the I can't talk. Neuvillette has a strong resonance to the hydro element. That's the understatement of the century.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
I
he's
think he
good with
has like
water. He's talking about the hydro dragon himself.
he is the water.
Yeah, he is the water.
I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the
He was
whole time
before
about
the
how you
water.
just ran down without a word. I'm so glad to see that you're both alright. If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get craving for
Please,
any particular dish,
please
so
stay in
I and
prison
Mr.
for the
Yeah,
Wagner
I was
can
friendship.
mess
thinking
with
that
you.
too.
Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
I still can't get a grasp on Seedreen.
Yeah.
If you can find the time, please stay in the fortress just a while longer.
In one scene, she seems kind of dubious, and then in the next, she's a nice scene. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
I can never get a good read on her. But hey, at least she talks at a normal rate. Looking at you, Sayu and Chi-Chi. Where? Oh. Why do I need to talk to these guys? Why do they matter?
You guys are
You had
back.
like 3 minutes of screen time. Why are we
Hey
acting like we're
guys,
best
hey,
buddies
hey,
with them?
hold
I
on.
don't even
Come back down here.
remember who they are. What they do? I don't remember.
Ah, and here
They
I
gave us
thought you
some.
managed to
They
escape from
were.
jail during all the
I think
commotion.
they're like. They
I'd
were
held you up
talking
as
about.
legendary
They're
jailbreakers,
basically.
but now
They
you're
were
telling me you
gossiping,
just
and we were just
never
listening in
left?
and got some intel from that.
That's what
But
we
I don't
did with
remember
everybody
what.
else all throughout Act
Yeah, but like
3.
I don't remember
I had
what
some
the
business to
specific
take care
piece
of.
of information. Oh, I think it
All
was
right, there's
because
no
of
need to get caught up in the details.
the
We're
two
just relieved to see
NPCs
you.
that
He was super
worked
worried
together
about
with
you, you know.
Risley. Remember?
Hey, it
I think
wasn't
they
just
were
the
Were they?
gossiping
pay.
about
Weren't you
them
super
being in a
worried as well?
relationship. That was the extent of it.
Something like that,
That
yeah.
was the whole point.
I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I
Okay,
can still
whatever.
hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots.
I don't
It's
care
all
about what
right.
you were
We think
doing.
they made it out alive. Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Hey,
Bro, what kind of
there's
accent is
nothing
this?
wrong with worrying about your prison pals, is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I'm sure the welfare meals must have just skyrocketed in quality recently. You must bring all the prisoners to the cafeteria.
Oh,
I
well, if
wasn't
you
actually
say
paying
so.
attention to the
I've been
dialogue. I don't
watching
know
you
what's
to make
going
sure
on
you
with
I
the
don't
wasn't
meals.
either.
trespass.
I don't care what these people have to say. It's not going to matter afterwards.
Yeah.
You have no influence on the story. You're just normal, visionless people. You have generic NPC models. Do you really think you're important? You're no Tepe. And we don't talk about Dunyarzad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's inconvenient, but whatever. I don't even have to say anything, but you know my frustration.
Yeah. I still haven't really started. I think I just watched the first like cutscene for the opening of Act 3, and that's all of what I did for
Mhm.
the story so far. So what the fuck?
I thought Risley would be down here. Why do I want to talk to you? I don't care. Hey, there's the boat.
Yeah, the boat.
I wonder if that will ever be important again.
Maybe in Risley's story quest.
Maybe.
Truly,
Which, by the way, yeah, he has one.
And
Miss Seashween told me
yeah,
you
yeah,
started
I
your
saw that as
paper.
well. Or
I
it's
was
gonna be in
working on something, so
4.2
I forgot.
Hmm.
in the last part.
That's
What
no
the
excuse for...
fuck?
Huh?
I just teleported somewhere
It's
and
you
the
two.
fucking boar rammed right into me.
Hello there.
Classic.
It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're fine, thanks. I don't remember who either of you are, but, you know.
You! Are you
No,
still
they're
taking
the
the
guys I
secret
was
passageway
mentioning
from
who
the
were
infirmary
working
to
with
work on the
Risley
ship?
on
Hmm.
that project. Who were in the
Still top
infirmary when
secret, though.
the
Yeah, they were
So
just
don't say
they,
a word to
acting.
the
anyone.
Yeah.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer
Sick
taking
people
that
annoy
route
me.
over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
No, it's not like I like you or anything, idiot.
yeah.
Man, let me tell you, that reminds me. The other day, I saw a post, like a reel on Instagram, with like a Genshin Impact account tweet saying like there's
Mhm.
gonna be an event where like two playable characters are gonna have a marriage, and I was so afraid. I was terrified. So I went to like the Genshin Impact thread. I'm like, oh, thank God, it's fake.
But also, like, if they would ever do that, I don't
God.
think there would be a single right pick because some shippers would always be
Yeah,
angry.
that was my issue. Like, could you imagine the hellfire
Yeah,
that would be
like
rained down?
even if they use someone like fucking Noel, who
Hmm.
no one cares about, someone would be mad.
Yeah, like every single comment when I saw that reel was like, "Oh my God, Beto and Ningguang! Oh my God, Beto and Ningguang!" And like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
care
like,
what ship it is, it's
look,
gonna be.
first of all, that's not gonna happen because MiHoYo's a Chinese company. They're not gonna
Yeah.
put like same-sex marriage in this game.
Hmm. I mean, it did make didn't they make like canon lesbians in Honkai?
Uh, n- Canon in the most way that you can do it without like saying
Yeah.
it. So, like in theory, they're not. That's not a canon relationship, but like everyone knows,
Yeah, it's about as heavily
MiHoYo.
implied as they can get away
Yeah,
with in China.
yeah, exactly.
But
And
like,
also like there's some stuff in the mangas
mhm,
that I feel like are like far beyond the regulations, and I don't know how they managed to do that, but
mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, there's no way they could get away with a straight up marriage,
yeah.
like a whole wedding. But yeah, like I was deeply afraid for like a whole minute. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Don't make me have to see this everywhere I look. Oh, finally, characters I care about.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
It's me.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from an A.
Hello, everyone. It's just us two.
Thanks
Yeah.
to everyone's support.
You could just say, hey, you two.
Right.
Thanks to
I
everyone's
managed to
support,
work
you
up the
mean
courage to thank Miss
Siege means
Florand in person.
medicine, and
Hmm.
I guess Linny and Lynette standing there.
And yeah, you know, Miss Corin pulling him out of the water.
Yeah, I guess that, but like, I don't know if you would count that as like, helping with the injuries.
Yeah.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not
I
to
mean, it
worry.
is her job.
She didn't want to stress you out. That's all.
I mean, her
She
job
said,
is the
and if
exact
there's much
opposite,
love.
honestly, if we think
Tomato,
about it.
tomato. Ending a life, saving a life.
Okay, but check this out.
Yeah.
We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met father? Did she say anything to you?
Yeah, man,
She
we're having
said a
dinner
few
soon.
things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with, us in the future.
I'm down. Collab, win, bet.
Yeah.
Working with Arlecchino, bet. Can we just, work with the Fatui? Become a Fatui Harbinger? I'll be the new sixth. Will you be the fourth to my sixth? Together we make a 10.
That was horrible. That was horrible. No, no, be ashamed. Be ashamed.
I'm pretty proud actually of that one. That was a good improv joke. Uh.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Yo, I would love that.
Father's very capable and also trustworthy. Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Linny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Am I going to stay in prison for the next few days?
Yeah,
Excellent.
we're not free.
How very English of you.
Paimon wants another serving of cake. Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely.
Yeah, we had like a
Next
few
time,
parties.
You're going to have some snacks with us.
I guess like the first one wasn't us, but
Everybody here loves their tea.
yeah.
We should start preparing that tea party.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it.
I'll help you set it up.
I've said it before, but I love this trio.
They're like, I don't know.
They're very well
I
written
wanted to
siblings.
yeah. I think they did like they did really well with their dynamic. Talking. Help.
Yeah, man.
English is difficult.
So is French.
Yeah, so is fucking everything.
Yeah. We should just not talk.
Exactly. Just communicate.
Just points.
Communicate by grunts, just how our silent protagonists do it.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my imposter. Like the hit
My
game
alter
Among Us from 2020.
Do my eyes
My
deceive
evil
me, or do I just
sibling.
see teammates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, also, since I'm seeing Res,
Oh,
did
yeah,
you
what a
watch
brilliant
his character
Let's go
demo?
convince the
I have
Euros
not
of
yet.
to exchange the
Oh,
corpse
okay.
of Fontaine
That's
for a
unfortunate.
pool of water.
I've actually only recently watched his teaser.
I didn't watch that yet, but I almost never watch the teasers, honestly.
I really enjoyed it
I
though.
don't know. I think I don't like the moving art as
Really?
much as the 3D animated ones.
That's interesting. I really like the
Yeah.
teasers.
Or not necessarily the art, but I think a lot of characters look odd in the teasers. Like they look fine in official art, but if you start to move that art, it looks weird.
I guess.
That's just how it looks. I don't know.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewin's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Paimon, what's his position again?
She also took her gift from Miss Sigewin.
Hey,
Were the gifts milkshakes?
didn't get to see Clorin.
Colette got the
What a
milkshake.
surprise.
Florand received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
What did Nuvolet get
It's
again? I
Nuvolet's
already
own
forgot.
fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working
Just a
so much.
milkshake.
But
I
besides that,
don't
our head
remember.
miss is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh,
What the
Okay.
fuck?
I
Why
have
is
some gifts
Zhongli
here
here?
for you as well.
My god.
He's looking for osmanthus wine.
But like, I love how MiHoYo started putting like Zhongli and Venti together in more scenes. Like, it's so good them just like staring at each other while like a
Are they in
bunch of
the
other
new event?
people that like don't know who they really are beside, and so they have to act like normal people. It's really fun.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Are these from Sijuin too?
Yours truly. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we can stay here for a really long time?
That sounds like a waste of space, but okay. This
You
food's still
may
covered.
access the cafeteria for free.
Hooray, free
Just
prison
remember to
food!
come complete your paperwork once it's
Yay.
time for your release.
Return to the dormitories to rest.
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork, so don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
Alright. I'll take a seat here. Do I sit the same as you? I can't tell. I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah. That looks the same.
Nivolette doesn't sit the same though, which is a kind of shame. I like his little
Yeah.
leg over the other, but as a playable character, he just sits normally. Okay.
The struggle.
I hate this place so much.
Be glad you don't have to actually do exploration in this thing.
God.
But it's like, I think I haven't seen like a single chest here, so I
There's
would
been like
think,
very few.
yeah, but like I don't think that it necessarily counts as like 100% exploration.
Yeah.
Because like that would be hell.
Yeah.
I tried doing a bit of
We're back in our cell again.
exploring
We're no
in
longer
the
prisoners, though, so
desert,
our blood doesn't feel the same.
Mhm.
especially around the like pyramid structures, and like
Mhm.
there's so much underground layers, and like they're on top of each other, or below each other, but they don't connect. And
Mhm.
sometimes when they connect, there's like an invisible wall, and you have to do something. You'd have to unlock some mechanism, but then
Mhm.
you have to get these stone tablets that are spread all around, and
Mhm.
it only shows them in a surrounding location and not everywhere on the map, and you have to figure out where the fuck it is, and suddenly you're completely lost and you're in an entire different region, and holy fuck, this is annoying. I gave up like 30 minutes in.
The desert wasn't that bad to me because, a very large majority of it you just go through naturally with the jet quest.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big of a deal to me because, you get most of it naturally.
Yeah, I did the jet quest as well, and like that underground part is where I wanted to explore more.
Mhm.
And yeah, like some parts are just locked, or there's one part that's completely flooded, and I have no idea what to do to
Flooded.
reduce the water level. Yeah, like it's in a deeper part of like one of these side pyramids. Pyramids. I don't know.
Flooded with water?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it like a big blue room?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like these vine grappling things you can latch
Yeah, I
onto.
know I know exactly what room you're talking about.
Yeah. And like I for the life of me I could not figure out what to do.
Uh, the different elemental monuments there, they both Like they all do something different. Like the animal ones, they bring you like a wind current. Um, I don't remember what the others do, but they all like each element does a different thing.
Okay.
I think
I
the
don't know
Hydra one like
for that,
affects the
but
water.
Sure feels that way. But the truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with, so I'm not sure why we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Wait, the Archon's cake. That's a death sentence,
yeah.
frankly.
How'd you know?
Because usually you just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true. Alright. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all. It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
Paimon's gotten pretty attached to us.
Yeah. Although, like, I feel like she's been really attached to us ever since Leo at the very least. Like, if like halfway through Mondstadt. To be fair, like,
I think
they
it's been
were
since Inazuma.
I think before, like, they were already together for a few months
Mm-hmm.
before, like, the story even starts.
Yeah. But like you
So,
definitely see like change in their relationship throughout the story.
yeah,
Like
but
I think it's at its most evident in Sumeru when Paimon starts getting insecure.
hmm especially when the traveler tried to, like, go outside of the samsara. I think that
Yeah.
was, like,
Yeah,
the
she
most
becomes
prominent
insecure and
part.
she develops some abandonment issues,
Hmm.
which I think is pretty interesting. I wonder if they're going to do anything with that.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward. Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too.
Paimon, being full
Fast
of giddy
here, we
does
woke
not
up
make
to
you
a lot of
crash. It does the
hiccups after so.
opposite.
The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary. We should be safe
You don't
now,
go, oh my
right?
god, I'm so excited, I'm so giddy, and then just fall asleep. That's not how that works.
Alright then. Good night to you, traveler.
We're gonna dream about child again. Ethan, stop dreaming about a child. Oh, cutscene?
Yo, cutscene.
Music? Oh? Bro, where the ball is child? Where the balls is child?
Yeah.
That music, what the balls is going on?
There we are.
There we go.
Yeah, but, like, where the hell is he? Where the fuck? What did he do? Where did he go?
Bro, child went for a swim and ended up back in the abyss somehow.
Yeah.
He can't keep getting away with this. Bro is constantly accidentally falling into the abyss. Well, since that's done, what now? We can do Nouvelle or Risley story quest, or we can do some of the event.
I don't think the event is, like, too interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'd say, like, probably Nouvellette.
Nouvelle? Alright.
Yeah. Because I imagine that to be pretty lore heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So that would probably be more interesting.
I can't wait for Nouvellette's story quest to be about an NPC.
Yeah.
it is. Someone is busy. Oh,
But oh
someone's at
yeah,
a.
Charlotte is in like the first few scenes for Lenny's quest. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
had to do that as well to do something else.
All right, I guess. Can I not just refocus it? It gave me that option earlier.
Isn't that Charlotte?
Hey, isn't that Charlotte? That's what you sound
We're
like.
always running into her. What's she doing this?
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
The Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be...
Bro, the Phantom Weasel would be such an embarrassing nickname.
A lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next?
Like, imagine being like a legendary thief and people call you a weasel.
Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Huh?
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't know
Yes, this case is from a
if
decade
you
ago.
were around or heard it in my last Star Rail stream,
You're in good hands because
but I shared a pretty hot take.
it goes like this.
I was not around. I just dropped by to say hi, but I didn't even have the sound on because some friends were over.
Known
Hmm.
only as the
We're playing cards, so
Nobody
I
knows
can
his true
just.
identity.
I just wanted to say like hi.
Wow.
No, but
um,
what is that take?
I said that I liked Paimon more than Pom Pom.
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation.
Mm, I mean, Pom Pom is like very much in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd say Pom Pom is more like Catherine than Paimon
Mm-hmm.
in that sense. Like
I think people
I think
compare the
in
two a lot because they're both kind of like, I guess their respective games' quote unquote mascots.
yeah, but like if you look at it, um, you could say like March is more of the mascot
Mm-hmm.
than because like she's on the cover, she's still there to like really try and do exposition.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That too.
like that's more her job
Maybe it's
than
just the
Pom.
mysterious creature bit.
Yeah, I think that's more like that's pretty much the only part I would compare the two.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, Paimon's got more of a character than Pom Pom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
Well,
I don't even necessarily think that's like too much of a hot take
mm-hmm.
because I don't think Pom Pom is like hated by anyone, but
Yeah, I
I guess
just I see all the time that people were like, they like Pom Pom so much more than Paimon.
yeah, I think it's just because like Pom Pom's way more in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because like I think if Pom Pom would be like part of the main story, like it would take everything away from
Mm-hmm.
uh like the tonal shift that like Star Rail has.
Mm-hmm.
Like you couldn't take the Cocolia fight seriously if you had Pom Pom there in the background.
Pom Pom thinks you should do this.
Yeah, so like I think they handled it far better. Like
Mm-hmm.
even if Pom Pom is supposed to be like basically the counterpart to Paimon,
Mm-hmm.
like they understood what people didn't like about Paimon and just fixed that,
Mm-hmm.
or like rather separated it into two, with like a March being the one that's like always accompanying you and is used to instigate exposition,
Mm-hmm.
and Pom Pom being like the mascot
Mm-hmm.
and the weird creature no one knows what they are.
Yeah. Okay, I was just checking on something. Oh, we missed Snow stopping by again.
I know. The Phantom Thieves who novels rob the rich to pay the poor.
Like also
This
like
guy did not discriminate.
there was one scene where Pom Pom talked a little bit, and I was thinking to myself, Paimon's voice is a little more annoying than Pom Pom's, but Paimon talks a lot quicker than Pom Pom.
There's a good chance that the weasel would still be at large to this day.
That's what it felt like to me.
Not,
Because when
not.
Pom Pom was talking, I was like, oh my god, get to the point. Finish talking.
That's like, I think that's just when you first get onto the Express, right?
No, this was actually a little right before the Kafka scene.
Okay, yeah, but then like just between like changing locations, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess everything.
Mm.
The notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclear for all to see.
Wow, that's crazy. Or sorry for your loss. Or congratulations. I don't know.
Here, it's this one.
Yeah, those sure are words.
That's like when I saw this, I was like, okay, that's just Persona 5. That's just the calling cards they sent because
Is that
this is
even readable? Are those words?
Yeah, they're like words cut out from newspapers, I guess, or books or something, and then plastered together onto like a letter.
So,
Okay.
this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. What once seemed
I really don't care for Charlotte.
been blown wide open again. But why has
Like, I like her design,
I
but
like her, but like she has no story. She's just here to like, oh, this is news. This is news.
yeah,
This
that's
is
what I was about
news.
to say. Like, she has one personality trait, and that's being a journalist.
Like I think they handle that well, but she can get old quick.
Yeah.
I haven't reached that stage yet, but
Right now, let's see what he can do about that.
Okay, the people have
Like, we already got an entire event surrounding that with the Genshin TCG tournament.
yeah.
And then, we see her again briefly in Fontaine, and she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get the latest scoop on the serial disappearances. And then we see her again in any story quest. Oh my god, I'm gonna get the latest scoop on this.
Who should I interview next?
Like, Charlotte, please, just, I don't know, tell me your favorite color, talk about yourself.
Is that who I think it is?
Money.
It looks like he's performing some magic.
Magic. Magician. Caesar. The Phantom Weasel. That's it. Let's go interview Lenny.
That sure is a connection you made there.
Yeah.
You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too. And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps
What if he wanted to do Nouvelle story quest, but God said, nah, Charlotte and Nene story quest.
Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
And I'm calling you right now when we get to be able to do Nouvelle story quest. We're gonna see Charlotte, and she's gonna be like, "Did you guys know there was this big mystery surrounding Fontaine for 500 years? I'm here to get the scoop on it."
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
No.
Oh,
I think that's like
Come closer, and I'll let you in on my secret.
that's not
Magicians
something
have a
where
special
I
skill
expect her
called
to go.
telepathy, which means we can read other people's
It's
minds.
gonna be something like that.
Then, what am I thinking now?
It's gonna be something about the history of Fontaine. Charlotte wants the scoop on it.
To relax, because I can see that
Nouvellette's gonna be like, "Hey, that's pretty interesting. I totally know the answer, but I'm not gonna hint at that." And then we're gonna talk to Nouvellette in private, and he's gonna be like, "I totally know about that. Want to check it out?" And we're gonna go check it out, and we're gonna get some lore on Nouvellette.
You're trying to find a way way to empty your mind.
That's what's gonna
Create
happen.
nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now, that's not a good habit.
You can tell? Oh boy, you really can read my mind.
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home.
Headache.
Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
His name is David.
Some randomest dude. No, it's we're in Fontaine. It's a David.
We got Lenny. We got Nouvelette. We got Ryle Thesley.
We meet again.
We got Clorinda. We got Nadia. We got David.
Why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Don't disrespect my boy David like that.
Did you? The power of telepathy
How
is
dare you.
quite
We got Seedween.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
We got Charlotte. We got Farina. Full Solar.
Not like the most uncommon one, I think.
Yeah, but it's just all those like more unique names that,
Yeah.
you know, and then you just got David.
Let me guess.
That's like the equivalent of hearing like a bunch of fancy names in a fictional video game, and all of a sudden you got Bob.
I love how like my mind immediately went, oh yeah, Overwatch.
His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bob's not a playable character, but he's like part of an ultimate. Like, the same way Svarog is to Clara.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? Why?
David is like the equivalent of me naming Scaramouche Todd.
The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House.
True.
That's the night I'll be performing there.
But Todd is a good name.
Yeah. Bro, I don't. Did I ever send it to you? There was like a meme I saw of Scaramouche and Raiden Shogun, and you know, there's an audio placed over it from some kind of clip, and Scaramouche was named frickin' Todd.
I think you put that in your story, but
Did
also
I?
I don't remember. Yeah,
I don't think I
you
did.
But I don't remember what they really said in there, so I might be wrong.
Yeah, no, I didn't post it. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
How do you even pronounce the name of that NPC? In the new event. It's like it's spelled DALLIRHOE.
I had to express the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
My guess is a Kairo, but like.
So what you're saying is,
What is
live duo between a famous magician and an infamous. Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
Calm down, Charlotte.
I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
Lenny, you were raised by the Fourth Harbinger.
I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those.
Don't mind that. No one needs.
And not only that, you're the successor to the House of the Hearth.
A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the
Do you feel like
ability
the House of the Hearth isn't a bad thing?
I mean, it's still a huge deal. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's a huge deal.
Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower. Just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
Kapoof!
It's gone.
Oh my god, where'd it go?
That's the question.
That's because the camera turned away.
Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things
Bro,
disappear,
also
but
like,
only
there's a
magicians make them
fucking
reappear.
another Oceanit or Oceanit, I guess, if
If I could
we
now
want
invite
the
you all to check your
official
clothes,
pronunciation
there
in
might be
the
a surprise
event,
in
and
there
like
somewhere.
the Traveler and Paimon act like they've never seen a Oceanit's human form,
Mm-hmm.
or even like their water form in their life, when like they're all across Fontaine, and also the entirety of the 3.8 event was just a
Yeah, like,
land
bro,
of,
this is just a couple months ago.
yeah, like, bro, why are you surprised?
Which, that's kind of weird because, I remember if you did the event, like, super back into early Genshin, where Scaramouche made his first appearance, if you did that event, uh, Scaramouche doesn't introduce himself in Inazuma.
I saw that, like, I
But
saw
since
that,
when I played Genshin, obviously that was way after that event.
yeah,
So
same.
when I got to Inazuma, met Scaramouche for the first time, I got that introduction.
Same. Also, I saw that, like, I talked with someone on the Zoombyte server
Mhm.
Don't
also
worry,
play
I didn't take
Genshin, and like
offense.
he said
I
that
just
like
wanted to take
that
the opportunity
event was
to
probably
perhaps
like
change
the
some of
biggest
the
door drop
preconceived
in all of
notions you might
Genshin, and
have
it's a
about
limited
magicians.
time event, and I'm just like,
Since Caesar's
why?
death,
Yeah,
Why
a lot of people
make this a
associate
limited
that
magicians with
event
time?
and the
evil.
Dragonspine event really should have
It can be
stayed.
quite frustrating.
Yeah,
I can
like
imagine.
why
Having
would
met
you do
Genshin
that?
just now,
Hmm.
might I presume that you are well
And
versed in floral
I
symbolism?
will give some
Some
very slight
magicians often
credit. I
use
think
rainbow
Genshin
roses in
did
their
learn
floral
from that
related
mistake,
performances to
because I
represent
don't think we
magical
have
or
gotten like
romantic
any
encounters.
events like that again.
Yeah,
But you
but
use
because
a Lumi
I
display,
get that
which, if
like
I'm not mistaken, akin
they
to
put those more
separations.
in like temporary
I'm
quests or
curious
like
to know if there was any deeper
story
meaning
quests
behind this
now.
Hmm.
choice.
But also
Impressive
like
knowledge.
that just
It's
makes
no wonder
the
you're such a successful
event
journalist.
stories or like
But
the
I'm
event
afraid
quests
I
feel
don't know
that
the
much
first
less
thing about floral
important.
symbolism.
Yeah,
I'm just in the habit of using
it
Lumi
does have that
dispels in my
drawback.
magic.
Yeah,
It sounds like something I should
because
look into, though. I'll buy myself a
I
copy of
think
Fontain's floral language facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this phantom weasel
actually
business is
I
behind us.
think
Well
I
then,
might be wrong on
in
that,
that
but like
case, this brings us to the
as
end of
far
our
as I
interview.
remember,
I, for one,
Star
am
Rail
looking
did
forward to the
like
final showdown.
even if
You look happy.
quests were like related
Please feel
to an
free to get in touch
event,
to update me
Hmm.
on
they
any further developments.
still
Otherwise, I
left the
will of course see
quest
you at your
in the
show in
game
3 days' time.
afterwards.
Yeah, they do.
I hope the Phantom
The
Weasel is
Silver
caught by
Wolf
then.
one, for example. I
If
think
there's
that's
nothing
still in the
else,
game,
I'll
even
be
though
off.
it's
You've given me lots of working
originally
here, and
part
I've
of an
got no
event.
time to lose if I
Hmm.
want to write that exclusive piece.
Which, like, I
See
think
you all
that would
later.
be way better to handle it that way than than like just like stop putting relevant information
If
into
you're gonna tell
events
us things, you can
altogether.
clarify now.
Hmm.
But I guess it's still fine that way, you know.
Hmm.
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Well, magicians
Oh.
are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's real. You feel it too, right? So itchy.
Not so itchy then,
I'm
huh?
tired.
Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistants and help me investigate?
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun. Assistants are technically magicians too.
Sure are. Remember what happened to Lenny, the last assistant, though?
Figuring out how that dance is done. Shall we go for it?
We'll help you with your investigation.
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi.
Moi.
The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal. But if he
I think
wasn't
it's pretty
the
funny
weasel,
that we're super chummy with Lenny in this
that'll make
quest.
things more interesting.
When
Yeah,
It would mean that the
it,
weasel
it becomes
lives and has
available
been
as soon
wrangling
as
all
I
this
think
time in some
you
corner
finish
of
Act
Fontaine.
1.
And if you're
yeah.
And when
investigating
you
And like,
Caesar,
finish
this
Act 1
belongs
being
to
like
Gemma is
on
a
not so
place
good
to
terms
start.
with Lenny.
Word is that she visits the cemetery
it's
often, so I
weird.
asked Lynette to
Mhm.
wait for her there. We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
I do wonder if the dialogue would change though.
It's been a while since we last saw Neverlet. Paimon wonders what he's been up to. Paimon has so many questions questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Hey, now we can do it.
Let's
All
go.
right, Lenny, I'll talk to you later.
Meaning never again.
Oh, that'll probably be Baiju. Bro, Star Rail on PlayStation is so weird. I don't know why they made it the way they did. Because you know how like everything is basically the same format as Genshin?
Hmm?
The thing is, in Star Rail, obviously it's still the same, but they made all the buttons different for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Like you see how Zhongling is down on D-pad?
Mm.
Whereas for the fourth character in your party layout in Star Rail, the last one is left on the D-pad.
That's odd.
And Layla,
Oh, because it's
she would be
going.
down on the D-pad.
Yeah, so it's in a circle instead of like up, right, left, down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like instead of a circle for interacting with things, it's I think X. And instead of square to submit things, or hold on, let me just make sure I'm not talking out my butt. Okay, yeah, like you know how I'd press X to enhance this artifact, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in Star Rail, that's triangle.
That's odd.
Yeah,
I'm very
and
glad to play on keyboard and mouse because like holy fuck, why?
yeah, and to auto add artifacts, instead of triangle, it's the pause button.
Hmm.
It's so weird. I don't like it. It bothers me so much.
Because like that's not even like the button layout isn't even a problem that Genshin had. Like it's not something that needed to be fixed. So I don't know why they changed it.
Yeah, I don't know either. And I don't know
Like
if it's because it's still freshly new on PlayStation, but like
yeah.
it's really slow too. Like you know how I can very quickly move between these things in the menu here? Whereas in Star Rail, it's a lot slower. I could not do this in Star Rail. I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go talk to Nouvelette or Nervalette or Nouvelette.
Nuviet.
Let's begin.
Let's begin.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Nervalette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
Oh, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Nicolette! Sabine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective? Hmm?
Planning to break into a new industry? That'd be pretty funny. The freaking Hydro Dragon of Sovereign is a private detective. I can introduce you to some amazing detectives. Do we know some detectives?
Hazel, I guess?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Hazel's a detective.
That's a long ways away though.
Yeah. And I don't know if
Kaya?
you could count Navia as a detective.
Who?
Navia.
Oh yeah, no.
Thank
Because
you for
like
your concern, but I
her
currently have no
primary
such
work
plans.
isn't like detective work, but
Mhm.
she does
Apologies, I
handle that
took your question
sometimes, I
in
guess.
earnest, but
Mhm.
it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A
Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Kiara? I have a character named Kiara. She's a cat, though.
Yeah.
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
I'm sorry, what happened to this Kiara? I was distracted by myself.
I didn't pay attention either, I don't know.
I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
There aren't any trials today.
Thank you
How
for
likely is
understanding.
that?
I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could tell me
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, there's only like one city in Fontaine, so
Standard
Mhm.
procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for
So far.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
There should be a Fontaine port that goes into Mondstadt, right?
Judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally.
I'm pretty sure there is.
This case.
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events.
Okay, I'm right
There
so
may be
far.
complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Conflicts of interest?
Come on, stop being so silly. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention
yeah,
to
I'm also
keep you in the
not a
dark,
business
but I
partner.
need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms.
A little more than 400 years ago, but not 500.
Interesting.
I want to know what Nouvelette was doing during Conria.
Yeah.
Speaking of, why don't we just ask him that? What's stopping us?
Hey, bro, you remember Conria? Yeah. What were you doing at the time?
Well, you see, I was bound by contract.
There were few
Bro,
people I
Zhongli
could
just like
trust.
went around
I
Tivat
had
and just
two
made a
subordinates
contract
who
with
were
everyone not to
exceptionally
talk about it.
Carol, a Melusine, and Tran, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them.
I wonder if Nouvelette has any lines about Zhongli.
The reforms damaged the interests of some.
I don't
and the more
know.
conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political
I don't think I've
unrest.
seen any
Ultimately,
posts about
they wanted me
that.
to yield
Mhm.
more of my power.
So
The incident resulted
I
in
think he has
Carol
like
taking her
one
own
about
life,
the Archons in
and
general.
Bertrand
Yeah,
being
that's about
exiled.
Venti and
From then on,
Zhongli having
I've been
fake
especially
visions.
careful when dealing with cases
Yeah.
related to Melusines. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me.
It's a
So
weird thought.
Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me.
That's a
I have
weird thing to
nothing
do.
against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Marechaussee Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? Are you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I don't know.
Where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
And that's public information. Oh wait, hold on. He's referencing Zhongli
Yo.
and APAP.
Asia, huh? You mean? No, Asia?
No, no, not Asia. APAP, the Denjo dragon from Nihida's boss.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that quest yet.
Yeah.
So that's why. Okay.
Huh. Okay.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons.
You were
and
born with a
humans.
human form.
Taking on the role of Chief Justice doesn't make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Nuvela's a descendant, right? A descendant dragon?
I
Like,
think
he's not an
so.
original sovereign dragon?
Yeah, he's not the original Hydro Dragon.
Right.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on our investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence
I
right
could
away.
go for a coffee.
Let us depart together once I'm done.
Chai tea actually sounds good.
We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine. Is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kind of skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
I mean, he's been around for a bit. That's gonna do things to psychology. The remains of the past day.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right?
Oh, whoops. Well, I cut off that dialogue.
But since you're the
Oh,
Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Paimon, that was
Thank
so
you for your
fucking stupid.
suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Yes, Paimon, just shut your mouth.
You know. Oh. Okay. After catching up on the Archon quest now, I feel really compelled to ask, why are we here?
I mean, initially to like talk with Farina.
We've had so many opportunities to talk to both Farina
Yeah.
and Neuvillette.
Exactly. I guess now to like help with Child because he's our friend, I
Quote
guess.
unquote.
Yeah. So I think that's the reason we're still here.
I guess. But like, even before that,
We got kind of roped into helping out Navia, and then when we got done helping Navia, Child was imprisoned.
yeah, but we didn't really
and-
care about that. It was just when he disappeared that we actually cared.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess holiday.
I don't know. I'm really enjoying the story. I am.
Yeah, like
But
it's a good story, but again,
It has a very big. Why are we even here?
Mhm.
Like with the Samaria thing, I can see why, because Nahida was actually the first helpful Archon. She was nice.
Yeah.
She was just a child Archon. and we also just kind of got roped into the momentum of a rebellion. Whereas in Fontaine so far, we're getting breaks in between. We're getting breathing room.
I don't know.
Hold on, I want to see something. Okay. Huh. Huh. Ben is taller than Layla. Oh, yeah, I guess she is. Taller than Xiangling, too. How do I get down there? Oh, there's a waypoint. There we go. What did we need to talk to Charlotte for? We haven't seen her.
Does anyone have...
Oh my god, it's Nicolette!
The
Oh.
weather's amazing today.
Kiara.
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are?
I'm me.
I remember. You're the
Yes.
traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you.
Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right. I remember now.
She's very casual about that.
The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine
Oh,
told
God
me
bless
it was
your
a
innocent
threatening
soul.
letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have
You know,
run into any
this sounds
suspicious
an awful lot
looking
like the very
humans?
beginning of a kidnapping case.
Suspicious
Yeah.
looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind. Someone who also always tries. I can't talk.
Ah!
You know, I'm just gonna not talk for the rest of the stream. I'm just gonna go silent.
I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Viewers, you're just gonna get my reaction out of vibe alone.
I want you to show me what it says.
Perfect idea.
You're just gonna guess how I feel.
How do you think Mason would react to this?
If you don't leave the Marais Chaussee free, I will
My
Leave
channel
your
is gonna be one of speculation.
say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Marmonia to review.
You know,
some
someone took a
official
picture of us. I
documents.
just realized it's probably Charlotte.
You should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Thank you, Traveler.
Paimon,
Big sis Paimon.
you know, never mind. My head hurts too much to complain about you.
All right.
Whatever insult I have for you isn't worth it.
Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around.
Oh, we're following her. Okay.
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now?
This attack is so cool, man.
My memory isn't that good, but Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
I didn't even realize you get a weapon from this event.
Traveler, did you
I was
get
just collecting them for like the primal gens. I guess that's not bad, but it's also
Yeah,
not
it's
good.
Charlotte. I saw a little bit of red.
Paimon felt like someone I have.
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
I'm your local terrorist.
Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
You know, I probably shouldn't say sentences like that on YouTube.
Maybe. But, oh well.
I'll deal with the consequences later.
Yeah.
May I begin inspecting?
My
You're not
FBI
getting
agent knows I'm chill.
They can't demonetize you.
Of course. Go ahead.
Are you just looking at clothes? Why are you just looking through the window? Go inside.
No hazards detected.
Oh,
You've cleared the
okay.
inspection.
Never mind.
Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Novilet says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like
We can see the
blood
vibe.
stains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month. And I need to hire you as my model.
Of course. Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. This sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well.
She's the killer.
What are you looking at?
There's someone over there.
Is someone watching us? Shh. Let's sneak over and take a look.
Wow. Who would have thunk?
Strange. Why isn't he yet?
Alright, that's a pretty funny face she made.
Yeah.
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Wow, Charlotte, what a surprise.
You're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. Wait, threat letter? What threat letter? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned.
Okay, my bad. She's just here for an interview.
You want to interview me?
She does different things after all.
That's right. I'm not the
That's
only one.
crazy.
Interviewing
She doesn't only send red letters, who would have thought?
Not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely
She wasn't
receives
actually investigating a big case.
never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think?
Wow, an
Of
exclusive.
course, I'll
Wow.
make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
I don't think you would agree. It's better we keep the secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge. I see.
Yeah, the first one you tell is
If
the
you say so,
fucking
I guess I'll put this
journalist.
Yeah, you tell the journalist this.
What a shame. Chances
She
are this
she
won't
says
be
she has
very
principles about Paimon. She's a journalist. You don't trust them.
Could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't.
No, Paimon, you do not tell her. What
You only trust a journalist if they mysteriously die. That means they were onto something.
Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine. Shh, not so loud. It just so happens.
Oh, Paimon, you're saying that?
Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And
This was supposed to be a
I know what
secret.
I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
This secret's safe with me. I'm gonna talk to others about it.
Keep sealed. Others will know eventually. Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvrelet's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case
Alright, I think
involves
after this seems
millions,
stronger, I think I have to
so
call it quits.
anyway,
Yeah,
I'll get
that's
going.
fine.
Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Okay. Let me get my... Oh, no, still not enough, huh? Okay. Anything else? You got an achievement somewhere. Oh, there. Alright, I guess that's it for today. We finally finished our conquest. Nothing really special aside from the child dream.
Yeah.
Which, shout out to child for having a little screen time and then just disappearing off the face of the vat, quite literally. Bro went for a swim and never came back. Let me ask you this. Do you think child would die?
He at least wouldn't be my pick as like the first character to die.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the first playable character to die, rather.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I've been thinking about like maybe he dies.
A moment, please.
Because like I saw some weird leaks, like like it never implied that he did die, but it was odd at least.
Are you talking about child design?
No, not his design. The number of voice lines he's supposed to have in 4.2.
Oh.
Which are just like weird.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't think he's gonna die in this quest.
Well, I don't mean 4.2. I don't mean 4.2's quest. I mean just in the Fontaine arc in general.
Like I said, I don't think that like even that go past
Mm-hmm.
4.2. And like even if it does, I can see it see that. So
Mm-hmm. And you said he's not your first pick. Who do you think is the most likely?
I don't know. Like, obviously, at the start of Fontaine, I said Farina.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't think that's the case anymore.
Neither do I. She's not gonna die.
No. Honestly, I don't know.
They already teased Farina dying in the 4.1 trailer, and it's just her getting scared. So I don't think you're actually going to do anything with it.
No. And like, I don't think Arlecchino hates Farina so much that like she would kill her.
No.
She had the chance if she wanted
She
to.
went after her gnosis, but that was it.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, of course, if the leaks are true and they add Guizhong, then I guess Guizhong is the first dead playable character.
Yeah, I mean,
if we
are we gonna count that though? She was already dead.
Yeah. Honestly, like if we're going with Fontaine, no, I would have said Clorand actually.
Really?
But also, yeah. But also,
pets in my office,
she's
but soon gave up on the idea.
she's like one of the
right to
last
keep
characters
small
that's
animals
set to
where they
release,
won't be
and
able
she
to see
will
the
have
sun.
a story quest,
Mm-hmm.
most likely. So I don't think she's gonna die in the story.
Mm-hmm. What about as a whole? Like Genshin in general, like what playable characters?
What What playable or what characters in general?
Uh, Playable
Because like
characters.
playable characters is just a question. Like, I don't think any of the ones we already got who were like done with the story are going to die. I don't
Hmm.
see that.
We
Like I
have
think
cases like Child who comes back in the story, so some of
yeah,
these
like
characters could come back in
like
the future.
a few. But let me ask you, who do you think would even return? Like it would have to be characters that aren't affiliated with a country.
I
Uh,
mean, Scaramouche
because
for
like,
sure is a big contender.
but also Scaramouche, like he's just chilling in Sumeru now.
Yeah, but he has.
He's not doing shit anymore.
Yeah, but
Like
because of
if
who
he
he
gets
is,
again,
you could see
maybe
him coming back at some point for some
yeah,
reason.
I could see him coming back, but
Whether or not he
also
dies, I don't know or don't
what-
think so, but he could return.
yeah.
Um, uh, I don't, I don't know about any of the Archons.
No, I don't think so. I don't think any of the Archons are going to die.
Mm. Shao had his chance to die, but that's not going to happen again.
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
they might do the uh a Adepti quest.
mhm.
Um, but honestly, I don't see anyone there dying.
Mhm.
At least not anyone that matters, really.
Uh, Lisa lost like a big chunk of her lifespan, but I don't think we actually see anything like that in the
No,
story.
no.
And not Conra, Kaya should appear at some point again because of Conria. But again, I don't see him dying either. Albedo?
Mm, no.
He
He's only
has.
gonna, he's only gonna appear in events, I think, and I don't think they're gonna kill off a character in events.
Well, he has his whole homunculus and destiny to destroy Mondstadt thing.
Yeah, but like, do you think we're going back to Mondstadt in the story?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty confident on that.
Because I don't think so.
I've seen so much evidence that we're going back to Mondstadt at one point.
Like, I think there are leaks for like more Mondstadt areas.
Hmm.
So, like, at least an event would have to take place in those.
I'm
Uh,
thinking maybe an interlude.
that's possible. Or like one of Dainsliff, yeah,
Yeah,
one of
because
Dainsliff.
we have. It's pretty darn likely there's something underneath Cider Lake. Um, then you got the Barbados statue in Mondstadt that has like Gateway to Celestia written on it.
Mm,
And Celestia is also I think Celestia is getting closer to Mondstadt with every update.
is it?
I think so. I think that's like an actual thing that's going on.
I never even noticed it moving. I never saw anyone talk about it either.
Let me see. Let me make it daytime so I can see better. There we go. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's definitely more detailed and it's definitely getting closer. And it's
I
lower in the
don't.
sky too. It used to be much higher, I think.
That's possible, yeah.
So, we got that going on. We got the Knights of Avonius Expedition team coming back to Mondstadt. If I were to guess, I would wager it's gonna happen maybe between Fontaine and Natlin. or maybe before Snezhnaya.
Well, if so, yeah, I think before Snezhnaya is the more likely
Hmm.
because I do think there's like enough in Fontaine to warrant a Dainsleif quest there.
Yeah.
Meaning, I don't think they're gonna go back to Mondstadt after the Fontaine story.
Hmm.
So it's probably gonna be like after Natlan because I don't think there's much lore in Natlan.
And that's because everything is restricted there.
Yeah, well, like from I don't know. I think like we had a lot of information on Fontaine from
Hmm.
NPCs and stuff like that. We've uh we've barely heard anything
Hmm.
for Natlan.
And speaking of that one, that does remind me of a theory I saw, and I thought it had pretty good merit. So first off, I guess to start the theory is I saw that it's very heavily theorized that Bennett is actually from Natlan because he's not from Mondstadt. He's just like dropped off here one day as a baby,
Hmm.
and he looks fairly similar to the girl we saw in the Natlan preview with the other nations, and
Uh,
also.
I I don't remember when the last time was I watched that.
And also, so the theory is like anybody who leaves Natlan, they're like cursed with bad luck or something like that. So maybe that's what happened to Bennett, and maybe that's why nobody leaves Natlan. So that's why we don't see any Natlan NPCs.
That would be interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that's a pretty interesting theory, and I think it does have some merit to it. Like maybe it's not like they're physically being restrained from leaving, but maybe they're
Hmm.
just choosing not to leave because the consequences for doing so.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see that being why. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I do very heavily think we'll come back to Mondstadt at some point in the main story.
Hmm. We'll see.
Alright, I think that's it. I just had my little tangent right there. So I think we'll end the stream there. My head hurts, I'm miserable, I'm getting off. Alright. Well, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
And I will see you. I don't know. I don't know.